Tonight, multiple bombshells at the Kansas City, Missouri School District's third emergency meeting in 2 days.
Now, news of a promotion, job offer, and resignation all promise to reshape Kansas City school leadership. Larry Seward was there tonight. He joins us now with the new information. Larry.
Mark, Dr. Chace Ramey becomes the acting superintendent in a day of Kansas City schools. An unknown person with experience in the district interviewed today for the job of the interim superintendent and received an offer this evening. And then we learned Kansas City School Board President Eric West resigned his leadership role last night. But one enormous question remains. Is it all enough to prevent state takeover?
From where I stand, we are not out of the woods until we get an interim in place, but ultimately until we find a permanent superintendent.
The board's last hire, Dr. John Covington, closed 27 schools, laid off hundreds of teachers, preventing bankruptcy and implementing turnaround plans, pleasing state officials. Then, this month, a double whammy. District performance scores dropped, endangering accreditation, followed by Dr. Covington's sudden resignation 6 days later.
When you lose the captain of the ship, then the question is, then who's flying? And in this particular case, that is a question that we'd be interested in discovering.
Stan Archie is vice president of Missouri School Board of Education, who oversee the state's elementary and secondary education department. They are concerned about Kansas City schools and plan to meet with its board tomorrow. State leaders say they want to see stability and demand the district's new leader keep Covington's plan in place.
If you start a 10-year plan and then change it in 2 years, then you start it all over again. And I don't know if we want to see our kids go through a transition that's going to cause them to go down before they go up.
After calling 4 emergency meetings since Friday, board members today named Dr. Chace Ramey, currently Covington's chief of staff, acting superintendent. They interviewed and offered the interim job to an unknown person who has district experience. In the process, former board president Eric West resigned his leadership role, a sign of the stress the entire board feels.
And tonight, board members also accepted Dr. Covington's resignation. His last day is tomorrow. As for the interim superintendent, that person has until Friday to decide if he or she wants the job. Timing here is very important because in 2 weeks, Missouri's education commissioner will make a decision regarding the district's accreditation. District leaders hope she delays that decision. If not, based on test scores alone, Kansas City is looking at state involvement here.
Wow.
All right, would state involvement be like what's happened in St. Louis?
No. St. Louis is governed by a different law than Kansas City, and Kansas City would get a 2-year grace period in which it would be able to get its act together, so to speak, and re-earn accreditation. And if the state were to come in and take over the district, it would be simply involvement, I'm told, likely a consultant to come in and advise the district on decision-making, such as taking or hiring a superintendent, but all the fiduciary responsibilities would lie with the state.
Not as extreme, I guess, that.
No.
Thanks, Larry.
Yep.